how to lay out your bodice and skirt blocks for drafting a dress. So I'm actually just going to use my little mini blocks for this one because it'll just make it easy for you to see. Okay, so you start off by drawing your centre front line, okay, and then you lay down your front bodice block, ensuring that it is perfectly lined up with your centre front line. And you draw around that. Ensuring to mark in your darts. Okay? Mark in your darts. Next, you lay down your skirt block. So, depending on your actual block, as you can see, there can be a little discrepancy here at the waist where the two pieces don't actually meet, but that is normal. So there should be a little bit of a gap here. That's absolutely fine. The most important thing is that the point here at your side seam matches and that your front skirt is parallel, or not just parallel, but actually sitting on that centre front line that you've drawn. So the block must sit directly against the centre front line, and then your hip points must match. And I'll just draw in the waist on the dart just to show you that there can be a little bit of a difference. So as you can see, my skirt block was actually slightly lower. Just for you to really see that. The skirt block was slightly lower, so there is a little bit of a gap here, but that's absolutely fine. And then draw on your darts. Okay? And then the next thing to do is line up your back block so the two hips match. So you literally lay the two hips together like that. Okay, and draw on your dart. And then at this point you check that, so that's 12.5. So I'm measuring from my centre front out to my centre back, and that's 12.5. 12.5. And then continue that line up. So again, it's extremely important that the centre front line and the centre back line are perfectly parallel, so they must be equidistant from each other the whole way up. And now you can place down your back block. And again, the most important thing is that the centre back of your back block is perfectly in line with your centre back line, and then that your hip points match here. Again, depending on your block, there may be a slight gap here, but that's okay. So because these are my mini blocks, if there is a gap, it's obviously not going to be as apparent. And then draw your darts. And now you're ready to draft your dress. So the first block, just to recap, the first block you put down is your front dress. Your front bodice block. Then you lay down your skirt block, back skirt block, and back bodice block. And you're ready to draft.